This is Officer whom?
I'm Carl Carfino.
Oh, glad to meet you, Carl.
And you're
Fred Trost.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're out here checking the tip-up counters. There's plenty of snowmobilers and four-wheelers to choose from.
Oh, yes, there are. Yeah.
How's their deportment this year?
Seems to be pretty good compliance-wise on registrations. We've got several officers up here, probably 15 to 20 officers, and some are working on fishermen and some are working on ORVs. So I've been working on registrations and ORVs, and compliance seems to be real good.
Doesn't it? How long have you guys been checking ORVs for registrations?
Well, ever since the law went into effect, which has been several years now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, when you're doing that, you're not really doing your fish and game patrols.
Well, on this particular weekend, we assign people to check fishermen, and we assign some of us to RVs so that, we're not checking the same fishermen 2 or 3 times in the same day.
In 1949, Michigan had more conservation officers than it does today, and they only worked fish and game. Today, fewer officers are spread much thinner.
How much time do you spend out of a month or the year working these registrations and things like that? So the non-fish and game stuff.
Well, normally it's a combined patrol. When I'm out on the lake, I'm looking for registrations for fishing violations. I'm, looking for all kinds of violations. It's not like I'm specifically saying, well, right now I'm doing this and then I'm working fish. You're looking for all particular violations.
What about landfills and dredging and things like that? You have to spend any time on that?
We do, but that's more of a seasonal thing. Now that would be more in the spring and the summertime months. Right now, this time of year, we don't spend any time at all on that.
Actually, the environmental workload depends on where the officer is located. In southern Michigan, more time is spent year-round checking waste haulers, landfills, wells, and doing less fish and game work. According to another officer I talked to, only 3 of the 20 conservation officers assigned to Tip-Up Town were checking fishermen.
So, how many officers do you have here?
I'm not sure the exact number. I'm not from this particular area, but I would say there's probably around 20 of us. Some are working on the roads in cars, some are assigned to ORVs, some are working just fishermen. So.
Now, what would the ones in cars on roads be doing?
Mainly enforcing the operating on the highway restrictions.
Snowmobiles and things?
Yeah, right. Snowmobiles and ORVs.
Doesn't that seem like that's something that the regular cops should do?
They do. The state police has some other officers up here working that also.
A day in the life of a conservation officer isn't what it used to be, nor is the day in the life of a fish or wildlife biologist. And we sportsmen are spending far more money in license fees than we used to, and all of it isn't going where we thought it was supposed to go. Now,